He said he definitely want to go on though.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah,
get. Just let them know that Saturday.
got it. I just need to tell him the time.
What is up, everybody? We're back again. I hope you guys enjoyed the NBA Finals so far. We will be expressing our thoughts on how we feel about the finals. Was it a good finals or was it a bad finals? But until then, I'm your co-host Aramis.
I'm Ray.
All right, guys, this is the Basketball for Knowledge. Let's get right into it, y'all. This is short, but this will be a good video, y'all. We got so much to talk about. We got, like I said, the finals. I want to talk about the new team for the USA for Paris in 2024 in summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give a little brief on the draft coming up in June next month. So let's get right into that real quick. Let me pause this music. All right. So we had a good finals so far. I feel like it was good, but I've talked to some people, and they told me that they feel like this finals was the worst. Do you
The
agree?
worst. I agree with them. It was the worst final we had in a while. No, it wasn't competitive at all.
It wasn't. Yeah,
Not competitive.
I definitely agree because like if you think about it, like we've had some really like some decent ones, and we had some like some fire finals over the past few years. And I be honest, like yo, I have never seen a team go down 0-3 in the finals and come back and win a 50-40 point game and one game and then lose the next. And you lose
Fact.
3-1. Like, come on now. Where's the competition in that, bro?
I mean, in my opinion, Aramis, so like no team has ever came back from 3-0, so we already understand that.
Right.
The problem with this was that, Boston did a good job with the GM. It goes back to the GM because Tatum couldn't get over the hump for the last 2, 3 seasons, and then they had to get additional pieces. The GM decided that, hey, instead of me letting Tatum be in the same situation as Luka, because Luka was Tatum 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Luka was Tatum 2 years ago, where he'd had no help, and then they went and got Brown. So now that's Luka and Kyrie, and that still wasn't enough. So then what they did was they went and put a lot of pieces around them, the people that could score. They Drew Holiday, Porzingis, a couple of the other boys. It was a couple of bench players. They had the best bench in the NBA. And so the GM decided to say, hey, let me get some help around Tatum. And then what'll happen is, you know, when it's time for him to shine to be the one of the top players in the NBA, he'll have his moments. So if you look back at Dallas put themselves in a position to win, and when it came down to the fourth quarter, they was able to over exceed because Luka was able to be in a position, and Kyrie. Now the difference in the whole series was the bench. No one could score for Dallas. Period. Like nobody. Like Luka did his thing, and Kyrie was spotty. You know what I mean? And then the problem with that is, even Kyrie, he gave you a 15 points a game, which is, he should have been giving you 20 and some assists and get everybody else involved and be the point guard that he should have been, because you can't have two elite scorers and nobody distributing the ball. Luka's not a distributor. He has an average of, when is he last? If you check the stats, when is the last time he's had 10 assists? Look at that. You know what I mean? That's not what he do. Now Kyrie has been played the guard position and this and that. And to me, that was the difference. Because if Kyrie couldn't give me 20 and 10, or at least 18 and 10 or 9, and get the other people involved, that was the difference. There was no bench scoring, period, for Dallas.
Yeah, I highly agree with you on that, and I wanna like I wanna rewind to game one because if you think about it, like throughout the whole finals, Luca has had at least a good amount of 30 points, 20, and he only has 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 assists. Like, bro, I checked your numbers, Luca. You're literally averaging at least 10, 11 assists per game. You're getting these high digit numbers and you're getting triple doubles every single night, like you had throughout the whole regular season. But you're facing the Boston Celtics right now. So after game one, if you knew nobody got involved, you got to switch it up in game two. You got to start, okay, cool. Get your little 10, 15 points in the first quarter. Cool. All right. First quarter ends, second quarter. Take that whole second quarter to get everybody involved. Dish the ball out. Have your team cut, switch, do whatever. Put yourself in a pick and roll predicament. Go for alley. Like, yo, like how many times is Gaffer gonna sit in that paint? How many times is PJ gonna is sitting in that quarter every time? How many times is Jared Jones gonna be cutting to the basket, to the corner, to the top? How many times is and on top of that, Tim Hardaway barely did anything. Like Jason Kidd, like bro, like what's going on with your coaching, bro? But I mean, no disrespect, Jason Kidd. I like you as a coach. You did really good in the regular season, but this is the playoffs. This is the finals we're talking about. This is a whole different level when it comes to regular season. Regular season, everybody wants to win. Okay, cool, but this is a winner. This is a winner go home situation, and this is for the title because you got two teams looking for a banner. You got Boston looking for the 18 banner. Because right now, Boston and LA are tied for most banners in the league history. Now you got that last 18 banner. They're one championship higher than LA. And if you think about it, most of the LA greats hate the Boston Celtics just because of that. They hate because they got to get a higher championship rating than them. So when you think about it, it's like, okay, cool. Luka is literally getting more points than his whole team. That's not how it's supposed to go. If you watch how Boston rotate that ball each possession, it's not just Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum taking the ball. It's Drew Holiday, Derek White, Pritchard, Kristaps Porzingis. Then you got Tillman Jr. Tillman Sr. coming off the bench. Then you got Al Horford. You got three big centers trading places from the bench to starting. Like you got that's why I like how Boston was playing lately throughout the playoffs and in the finals because they had good ball rotation, they had good ball movement, and on top of that, they had good they got good. Well, I mean, like they got better ball movement. I'll say that, but I had a thing that concerned me a lot about Dallas Mavericks because for one thing, I want to talk about why didn't Kyrie step up, bro? He had one game where he only dropped 35, and that was only game 3. Game 1, 2. I'm sorry. Game 1 and game 2. How many points did Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown average? They.
First, you have to. So, you talked about a lot of good points. So to piggyback on what you just said, when you get to this far in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to two things: consistency and coaching. So now let's go back. The two games that Boston had that Dallas had a chance to win. They should have won game 3. And
Yeah.
then they had a chance to win. They had a chance where they cut it down to 2 points in this game. In the last game they just lost. And so let's go back and it goes back to so simple. Do you have the stats for that game, Aramis?
For
For the last game.
game 4,
5.
I
Game
do.
5. No, game 5. So I don't know the stats per se, but I will tell you this. They shot horrible from the free throw line. They couldn't buy a basket from the free throw line, and they shot horrible for the first half. The only quarter that they shot the ball kind of decent was the third quarter, and that was probably for about 3/4 of the quarter. So other than that, nobody could hit any shot that whole series. So now when you want to go back and talk about Luka, I give Luka prop because at the end of the day, Luka dropping 30, 35, 40 and all of that. And then, yes, you could say, so he needs to make an adjustment. But at the end of the day, this is his first finals, and there's no one to make an adjustment because no one can hit a basket all series.
Yeah, right.
All series. They couldn't buy a basket. So with that being said, since you can't buy a basket, Luka did what he had to do just to try to make it to say, well, hey, let's don't let it get too ridiculous. Keep it within, 15-point game, 10-point game, and then hope somebody show up. The person was supposed to show up was Kyrie, and everything that you're just saying is what Kyrie should have been doing. So Kyrie, you're a veteran. You have a ring. That's why they brought you there because Luka don't have no ring, no experience, never been there. And Kyrie wetted the bed. Long story short, he did nothing to show any veteranism in that game because at the end of the day, me and you play basketball, Amos. If you miss 4 or 5 jump shots, what are you supposed to do next? Go to the basket, drive to the basket, try to make a layup, get back in rhythm. If you miss the layup, go hard enough to get fouled and you get your touchback on the free throw line, which goes back to my case in point. You can't even hit free throws. So again, a horrible finals because Dallas totally didn't have anybody to put the ball in the hoop, period. And then on top of that, the few chances that they had, Boston has a very good defensive scheme because they was like, okay, we're going to take Lively and everybody else away, and PJ playing like trash and none of them, and we're going to say, Lucas, on you. And then Kyrie, we'll double you on here and there. You ain't going to show up no way because it's something about, when he went there. And the difference is, what team in the NBA know Kyrie Irving better than Boston? He just came from Boston.
Right. So
easy reason to shut his butt down because if you played on your former team, everybody know your moves. Everybody know how you play. They know how you get in and out. So of course they're going to be strong defensively against Kyrie. That's why I was saying that when I was telling you before, Kyrie had to be the point guard and distribute the ball and help he can get other people involved. And that's the difference. That never happened, and they shot like trash.
Right. And I want to go back to your point on you asked for the stats for game 5.
Yep.
So
free throws. Let's look at free throws first. How many missed free? What was the percentage of free throws that Dallas had as a team?
As a team, okay, so
team.
Yeah. So I got the team comparisons right here. Free throws, Dallas shot 7 for 13, so 53.8%.
What? That's 7 for 13, bruh.
7 for 13, and then if you go to Boston, they shot 17 for 20, 85%.
Exactly. So that's 6 points there. And then what was their percentage from the field as a team? They shot less than 30%, 20%.
Actually, no. Actually, they did a lot more better in game 5. Dallas shot 35 for 78, 44.9%. Boston shot 38 for 89, 42.7%.
And how many? Wait, say it again. Dallas had how many? What was the shot?
They shot 35 for 78.
Yeah, that's less than half of your shots.
Right. So
yeah, That's
Right.
the. And so with that being said, it was like so they did remember they did have a strong third quarter. They got it down to about 3 points, and then if you look at that fourth quarter, they didn't do nothing.
Right. I mean, like, I mean, if you think about it, like, they just let Boston just take control of the
Yeah.
fourth quarter.
So let me tell now let's go back to what we just said earlier. At that point, where is the coaching?
There was no coaching.
Why? Because and that's the problem because you have an inexperienced coach, and no disrespect to Jason. Jason Kidd is a great player, but at the end of the day, this is what's going to help him or make or break him because he needs that experience.
Right. Why do you think Steve Nash had a hard time trying to coach these boys? Him, Katie, and James Harden all in one team with the Brooklyn Nets. I think Steve Nash had a hard time trying to guard these boys. And on top of that, he couldn't keep Kyrie and James Harden healthy or KD healthy. So why do you think those big three kept getting hurt in Brooklyn and you lost to Milwaukee Bucks? So it's like, come on now, bro.
So, Amos, what I will tell you, basketball is about a game of runs and schemes, and Dallas had no scheme
They
for
had no
Boston.
team at all.
No scheme. Defensively, I'm talking about defensively scheme.
Right.
But what
Because
I will tell you is that the difference to me, what put Boston over the edge is when they picked up Drew Holiday.
I feel like that was a little more game changer too. Because on top of that, you got a point guard who's been is oh, and that's actually kind of funny. You picked up another point guard who has been in the championship, who has
Mhm.
experience, and who knows what they're doing and knows how to lead. And
Mhm.
guess what? He did a much better job than Kyrie did.
And he played against Kyrie before. He know the dude. Beat him
Right.
with Milwaukee.
He faced him several times. And on top of that, like he did a good job defensively. Like don't get me wrong, he didn't lock Kyrie up, but he made sure that Kyrie didn't get a bucket or didn't get a chance to get to the basket. Because Drew Holiday doesn't. So look, here's one thing. Here's one thing that the people, the fans should know about Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is a all-time defensive point guard in the league right now. He won't lock you up, but this man will force you left and crowd you with a lot of bigs in the paint and
Mm-hmm.
set you up and get blocked, pickpocket, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If
Yep.
he knows you are a shooter, he will get up on you, go on your left hip or right hip, make you drive because the shooter is uncomfortable with driving. So they know that he's gonna find your weakness and take you there. That's what Drew did with Kyrie. He found his weakness and took advantage of that.
Well, you know what it is? It's like Kyrie messed up because so for Dallas, nobody wanted to play point guard.
Nobody did.
Nobody. So he can't win.
Why do you think they
Just
had?
said Drew Holiday was playing point guard. Tatum played a little bit of point guard. They kept mixing it up.
Right.
Terrible.
Right. But I think what it is, I feel like Boston, anybody could be a point guard on that team and just take over.
Right.
But Dallas, you only got two so far. But on top of that, you only got one so far that has done everything. Look, I'm looking at the stats right now. Like top performers, Luka had 28, 12 rebounds and 5 assists. Tatum had 31, 8 rebounds and 11 assists. Half his 11 assists was from Jaylen Brown, from Derek White, from Pritchard.
Right. You know, Aramis, who would have been a better matchup to me to make a better finals if OKC would have won.
I really wanted OKC to win that game. I really did.
If OKC would have played against Boston, it would have been a way better matchup, and I promise you, it would have won 6 or 7 games, not 5.
It definitely would. Like, why do you think I was rooting for OKC? People don't know this. When I was watching the OKC and Mavs game, I was hoping that the OKC will win that game because if you think about it, OKC would have been a good matchup with the Boston Celtics. Because on top of that, Boston Celtics has rarely faced OKC at all during regular season, and they don't have really history. Well, they don't have good history on OKC, so it'd be a lot more harder. Who's gonna guard Shea? Who's gonna, you feel me? Like Shea is really
It definitely would have been a better matchup with OKC. I promise you.
it would have been a better matchup.
OKC bigs would have showed up because Dallas bigs didn't do anything. PJ played like trash. Who was the other guy? White, Lively, all them play like trash. Lively couldn't even look at the stats. Lively averaged 4 points a game. That's not going to cut it. 4 points a game for the finals. Come on, bro.
The box score right now. So all right. So look,
Lively.
Derrick Jones Jr. 10 points. PJ 4. Gafford 6. Kyrie 15.
So what did they average for the series? I bet you for the series it was lower than that.
It was lower
just for game 5. And the one boy, he only got hot because he had a couple threes. The one boy that had the 10, he had all 3. Look, if you look at the stats, it was threes.
The whole playoff round and finals, he's only averaged 10 points per game.
Terrible, bro.
You should be averaging 15 at least.
But 10 is fine for one. If a bench player give me 10, I'll take that. But where's everybody else at?
Man, PJ is what I think.
He averaged about 3 points in that. 3 points for that finals. I ain't talking about for the finals. He probably averaged about 3 points. So did Lively. I bet on Lively about 4 or 5 times on FanDuel just to get 10 points and lost every time.
Right.
Damn, right?
All right. So PJ, he only averages 12.9 points per game.
No, for the finals. I'm talking about just the finals.
Just the finals? Okay, hold on.
No, that's all that matters. Not the season. When the playoffs start, the season starts all over. But I'm talking about just for the finals, for the money. What did he do for the money?
Oh, he didn't do none.
Thank you. You can look up all 4 games. Even if you don't know the percentage, you can look up and you can tell the stats. Game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only got 10 games.
Like he had so if you go to the last 5 games against Dallas, he had 14, 17, 13, 6, and 4. The last 2 games he played, he only had 6 and 4 points.
Hold on a second.
And then if you go for his like steals, blocks, 0, assists, he only had 1 assist, 8 rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds, 3. So like he's solid, but I mean, you got to do more than that. Like the whole team should step up. It shouldn't be Luka. It shouldn't be the
whole team, bro.
And Kyrie, you gotta if you know you're getting trapped, you gotta don't just try to force yourself to make terrible shots. Because if you think about it, Kyrie has had the worst shot selection when it comes to you having the ball.
Yeah, but they was playing good D on him. That's what that was.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And
just good D. He was. I saw some shots that he.
Ooh. Dang, did he hold on, guys.
That.
You good, bro?
Yeah. I don't know what the heck happened, but anyway, yeah.
All right.
That whole, the difference in the game was when it really came down to it, Aramis. Let's look at the starters. The starters, the starters were non-existent for Dallas except for Kyrie and Luka, and even Kyrie underperformed to me. But at the end of the day, those other starters didn't produce. Yeah. Let alone the bench. When it came down to the game, nobody was scoring off the team. Like it was just Luka and Kyrie the whole game. And then of course you're gonna get double because they were saying, you know what? Who else is gonna beat us? Because you two not, and Luka, you just need us. You can score whatever you want because no, you can't win by yourself.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't win by
If you're
yourself.
facing a
Jordan did it
team
for
like
6 years,
this,
and Jordan, listen, Amos, Jordan played 6 years, dropping 40, 50, 60 games points in the playoffs, and they still was going home.
wow.
Not until he got Pimpin, Rodman, Harper, and he said, you know what, we have to run the triangle offense and get other people involved. And that's how they started winning. And they end up winning 6 rings. You know, it should have been straight, but that's a whole nother story. We won't get into Michael Jordan. You know, that's my era. I can tell you some more good about that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But what I will tell you is that even Jordan, one of the top players ever played a game, had to get help. And right now, when you look at that team, Boston had all the help and Dallas had none. So now my question is, Miss, what do you think Dallas need to do to be competitive for next year? Because now they're still going to be in the top 3 for next year. And then right now, I don't even think, they need to pick up some other pieces.
I hate to say
Yeah,
it.
let's talk about that. What about, because it's over. It's over now.
I hate to
Boston,
talk about.
congratulations to all of our Boston fans. Y'all back in the mix. Y'all got the most trophies in the whole history of the NBA. Kudos to y'all. And here we go.
Now everybody wanna. Now I think everybody's is gonna make some adjustments because the one team that they will target is the Boston Celtics. If you really think about it, so each team is gonna target that one team because they know, like, Boston
Right.
But to your question about what changes should Dallas have, I feel like depending on what the move is for Kyrie, if he's going to stay or if he's going to leave. If Kyrie leaves, I think they need it.
No. Kyrie's gonna stay. He's not gonna leave because you don't want to mess that up. Because if Kyrie leaves, they're back to trash.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't mix up what got you here. Just like you don't let Brown or Tatum go. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a Batman and Robin on every team. So we understand that. So let's look at it like this. And I know you know a lot of the good players. You got you talked about earlier about the draft coming up. So we can look at the draft now, and you can look at free agency of pieces that you need. But right now, you have to keep Luka and Kyrie to be competitive because if you let them two go, you're back to square one. So now the thing is, what piece do you add to it? Just like if you want to talk about Boston, when they had Brown and Tatum, they went and got Porzingis and Holiday. So now here we are. Dallas has to add something else and or get something from the draft because if not, they're going to fall back. And remember, the West is very competitive, bro. Like the West had some teams that the West had more teams with better records than half the East.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you got a valid point. And when you just brought about the draft, there are some decent bigs, shooters.
Hermes, put me out right quick and put me right back in because I think the volume is off. Just put me on, put me back in.
All right, yeah, I got you. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Have a little minor issue. It's okay.
You got me. My bad. Somebody called me. When they called it bumped me out, so I apologize. Next time I won't answer it. So my bad.
No, you good.
I didn't answer it, but you know how you push decline, and then when I push decline, it kind of muted you, like off the speaker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I won't answer it this time. I'll just let it ring out.
Yo, yeah, you good. Yeah,
but so I think that it's a lot going on. Like to me, like you make a trade for somebody. Like I would even say, hey, go get Anthony Davis. Why not?
Ooh, Hold
You know,
on.
they don't need any more smalls. They need big, somebody who can score the ball in the middle.
Not even that.
Like
You
a
need a
Porzingis.
7-footer. You
Yeah,
need a
they need a
7-foot
big guy.
center. You definitely need a strong center who can
Yeah,
rebound.
because Lively in them is trash.
Yeah,
They're not
I was
trash,
looking at
but
Lively.
they're middle of the road players, which is not going to get you over when you get to the money game. They need to make money game adjustments now.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I would say you would want to get players who can average over at least 15 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say you would want to get a new power forward. I would say get rid of Lively, get rid of PJ
Trade
Washington.
Lively for who? You gotta have to. I would trade PJ and Lively for Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I feel like you need a center like him. I mean, like if you get rid of Lively and PJ Washington and a few draft round picks, I would advise you to get Anthony Davis. If not Anthony Davis, I would try to look for a center coming out of college. I would say because like look, think about it because we got a lot of good centers, a lot of good a lot of good
who you got? So let's talk about the college thing. Let's switch to college. And who is the top players coming out of college right now? I'm sure you got the list. Unfortunately, I don't have the data, the numbers about who are some of the prime players that's coming out.
I could try to look that up. Hold on.
Yeah, what players is entering in the draft? You know, that's bigs. You know, this a nice, nice player. Like you know why I don't trust the college so much as Aramis? Look at how much hype Zion got. And we're still waiting.
Zion
we're
is
still,
like
we're still waiting on Zion. Still waiting.
Zion is like okay. So Zion, when he came into the league, he was designed as a power forward, and if you think about it, he's only what like 6'8", 6'7". He's not even that tall, but he's just big and like big and muscular.
Right.
But I mean, if you think about it, like you traded away Anthony Davis for Zion. I mean, cool. I mean, Zion is like nobody is taking that ball out of his hands.
Who got Aramis? Who got the better deal out of that? Zion or Anthony? The Lakers got a better deal, or did the Pelicans get a better deal?
I'm gonna have to say LA because just because they won that finals, they got a better deal.
Exactly.
Why I feel like honestly, if you think about it, everybody in all the Knicks fans, they wanted RJ Barrett and they wanted Zion to go to the Knicks. Because you know why? They needed the size. They needed a shooter and they needed the size.
Right.
Brandon was a big. Like if
Aramis, not to talk over you. I wouldn't even mind to see if they trade PJ and Lively for Randall for the Knicks.
Okay, so all right, so I got it right here. So this is the 2025 ESPN rankings from 1 to basically 1 to 100, really.
Right, for college players in the draft coming out.
Yeah. This is for the 2025 draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you got AJ Bonta. He's a small forward. He's 6'9", 200 he weighs 205.
Uh-huh.
He's a grade 98. He's from Brockton, Massachusetts. His college is Utah Prep, and he's ranked number 1 in the country.
Oh wow! Okay, I don't even remember him because who won the championship? I can't remember. I'm having an old man moment. Who won the NCAA? Who won the NCAA championship? North Carolina?
No, I don't think it was North Carolina. I think it was.
I know Duke lost. I can't remember. I'm having that was just having a bad memory right now. But I know that North Carolina lost. We're just trying to think. Who was the dominant?
Nah, it was UConn.
Oh, UConn won. Yep. You're right.
UConn won that. Yep, UConn. Because
yeah.
They beat Purdue.
And UConn always have tough ballers all the time.
Yeah, I would say I forgot his name, but he's like 7'4". I think his name is Zach.
Oh yeah, the white boy, the overseas boy. Yeah, but he's not going to Dallas. Dallas ain't gonna be able to get him because they probably pick way the last one of the last teams.
Depending if he becomes the number one pick, then Dallas won't get him. But if he falls underneath at a point where Dallas could get him, then Dallas could get him because Dallas can use somebody with his size. And on top of that, he's tall. Hold on, let me look up his So
Air State definitely need another person that can score the ball with some size.
Yeah, but first you wanna trade away.
And I was very disappointed in Hardaway because Hardaway was hurt the whole time. He couldn't even stay healthy.
Yeah, he couldn't really. He definitely couldn't.
You know what I mean? So that would so now you don't. So what do you do, Aramis? Do you get rid of Kid? Do you fire Kid now? What do you do?
I would try to give him one more shot, just try to see what it is because I feel like
he needs some help.
He does. I feel like he needs a really good assistant head coach. I feel like who would really fit that role behind Jason Kidd? I'm trying to think of another head coach. Not even a head coach, but like just like a good solid head coach.
Yeah, Ernie Grumsfeld going back to the Knicks.
Who?
Grumsfeld, the one that played for coached Miami. I think it's maybe I meant the wrong. The one coach that was in Miami, the white guy. Get his name. He used to coach for the Knicks. What happened?
So I'm thinking you just need Jason Kidd definitely needs some help. I don't know who's the assistant head coach for Dallas, but Jason Kidd definitely needs some help with coaching. And I feel like you should give him one more shot just because how he played, just because of how he coached his team throughout the regular season.
Right.
He did really good coaching throughout the whole season, but when it comes to him coaching in the playoffs and finals, he had a little rough.
He got some good experience now. Out of that. When you lose, you go back to the room. But I just think they need some extra help. And then
and they definitely need some extra help. So I think what they should do is that if you can't get a decent size coming out of this draft, your best bet is to trade away Lively and PJ, get you a decent size, and get another head coach or just another coach that can help out Jason Kidd, and hopefully we'll see how that work out. So I would advise them to be careful when it comes to this draft, and I would advise them to be careful on who they trade because if you go into this draft and then you start drafting players randomly, you're gonna look silly, bro. Like
right.
Like, you got to be careful. All I'm saying is the Mavs should depend on the draft. They should, because we got some really good college players coming in, and judging by looking at the rankings, you got some really good players coming in and out of the draft. And on top of that, you do got Bronny James coming and entering the draft as well. So it's like you could get Bronny, and without a doubt, you might get LeBron as well. Who
get Bronny? You talking about Dallas?
Whoever gets him. Because if you think about it, like Bronny has been to a few workouts. He's been to LA, Boston,
Where's he
Phoenix.
projected to go? They don't know. They said he could projected to go second round. He's not going first round.
He's not. No. So no. I think it's the 50th round. I think
Yeah. They were
50th.
saying maybe like Atlanta or somebody like that. They was thinking he might
Yeah.
fall to somebody like that.
But I'm still seeing that that wherever Bronny goes, Brown is gonna go with him. So it's like
That's a possibility. But you know what though? If that so Aramis, this is what I will tell you. You got the money on the table is this. LeBron ain't going leaving no LA. He gonna stay there, and if anybody pick him up, it would be LA picking Bronny up in the second round if he not already gone. Cause just think about it. Why? Well, just think about this, right? So LeBron is not this. LeBron is not a free agent. He's only got one more year. Or is he a free agent now?
they say he's a free agent. He's listed as a free agent for the.
So he can leave this season if he wants to. Then you're saying?
Yeah, he can. He definitely can. I don't think he wants to stay there. I don't think he wants to stay there. And on top of that, Darvin Ham is fired.
Who?
So and Darvin Ham he got signed to the Bucks as an assistant head coach behind.
Yeah, they got rid of him. I knew they was gonna get rid of him. They want to get somebody else in there.
But I want to bring this update. I don't know if you've seen this, but JJ Redick just had a meeting with the LA Lakers for the head coach position. It was last week. So we might have a chance, and we may look at the new head coach for LA. It could be Redick. It could be somebody else. We don't know.
Right.
But we will find out during the off season. We will find out eventually. So I want you guys to just stay tuned to that.
Right.
Because when we start another show, and if you hear me say we got a new head coach, it's because that either JJ got it or somebody else got it. But I'm hoping JJ gets it because I feel like JJ can be a really good head coach for LA.
I like JJ, but I don't know what body of work he's done. So to me, I don't even think he would be a better coach than Darvin Ham was, in my opinion. Darvin Ham shouldn't even got fired, to be honest. But that's a whole nother story. That's the politics.
I think it's because I feel like LA didn't like how Darvin Ham was coaching that team. I feel like on top of it, he barely did any coaching throughout that whole.
He made the playoffs. What do you want him to do? Like he made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every year. And they won one. Wasn't he? No, he wasn't the coach when they won one. Who was the coach when the Lakers won the last time? It wasn't Darvin Ham, was it? I don't think it was him.
No, so it was that. So it was that head coach who got fired and is the head coach for the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. I remember.
And then after the championship, that's when they signed Darvin Ham, and they had him for 2 seasons.
Right. Yeah.
Seasons, that boy was out of there. Boy was out of there.
So let me ask you this, Aramis, who is your sleeper team for next year for the NBA?
Ooh, my sleeper team?
Mm-hmm. You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to say you go first.
Let me go first. So my sleeper team next for the NBA next year, and they 1 or 2 pieces away. They really 1 piece away. They need maybe 2. I would say 2. They need 1 more bench player and 1 more solid player is the motherfucking Spurs. San Antonio Spurs with Wemby.
Oh, boy.
That's my sleeper team for next season because that boy is nice.
Ooh, you picked the Spurs.
Yep, that's my sleeper team.
And you know what's crazy?
Listen, they coach know what the hell he doing. And they got a good. Listen, they've always had a great farm system with getting those European players. Always.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like
Popovich is one of the greatest coaches that ever coached the game. So that's my sleeper is the Spurs.
Yeah, and to think about it, I want to bring up your choice on the Spurs too because I have I have seen so many choices of point guards and like just point guards in general playing with Wemby, Trey Young, DeJounte Murray, Darius
Mhm.
Garland, and then
They young, Amos. Them boys is young.
right.
Watch what I'm saying.
Listen, all these young players want to play with Wemby. Yo,
Yo,
if
I'm
Wemby
telling
gets
you,
him a true point guard, the Spurs is there,
that's
bro.
a
The
problem.
Spurs is there.
That is a problem, bro. I'm telling you, watch my Spurs this season.
Yo,
Watch.
okay. All right. So you say the Spurs?
Now,
Okay.
who's your sleeper? That's mine. That was now. Now, what do you give them? So that pick right there, is that an A? Is that a grade A selection or is that a B or C?
What?
But what picking that team as a sleeper team? I think that's a grade A for that team. They just need a piece. They could go draft, and if they go draft, this what you don't. This what I like about Popovich and them. They gonna get something out the draft, and you know where they gonna go? Overseas.
There?
All that list you got is the overseas players because that's how Pop do.
Yeah, and by him drafting overseas to to pick up Wemby, I just know that this year there are a lot of overseas players coming out of college. So like
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna pick
Mm-hmm.
the best overseas players.
Yes.
So
He's been
it's
doing it
like
for years.
and
Tony
the
Parker,
crazy
Manu
thing is,
Ginobili. We can go down the list with the Spurs. They didn't have several players year in and year out just from
yeah,
overseas.
I seen it. Yeah, and trust me, I've seen it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the Spurs dominate. I've seen the Spurs win a chip. Man, it's crazy. Just
Yeah.
because of the players they got.
Yeah.
Just because of the
Now,
players
now, I
they got, man.
think OKC is going to make another run at it, but my sleeper team is the Spurs.
Yo, so team is the Spurs. Okay,
Yep.
so that
Yep.
I think for me, it's tough. It's tough. I'm definitely stuck between two teams so far right now. I
Mm-hmm.
think the first. Damn, you got me on the spot,
Who
bro.
you got? Who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got? Your turn. Your turn.
I'm have to say the Rockets.
Houston.
I'm have to say
Okay.
Houston. I love how Houston was playing last year. No, I'm saying no this year regular season. I love how Jalen Green was playing. That boy was balling like crazy. He had
Mm-hmm.
one shot to get into the play-in and hopefully win and go to the playoffs. He was close. He was close. I'm really saying Rockets because all they really need is a big. They either need a vet or a big that can set that team straight.
Mm-hmm.
They can get it. So I'm gonna have to go with the Rockets. I feel like they definitely can get it going.
Now, let me ask you this one. So, what about the other team? I would say, you know, obviously, the Knicks got a piece away, but I really like what Charlotte, because Charlotte is nice too. I like Charlotte. I like Melo, and they got a couple boys. They need, I think they need to get a player out of the draft. Get a solid shooter or a big, and then they need to trade for some veteranism. And I think that organization will go far.
I think what's the name? I think Charlotte was supposed to get a veteran this year, but they didn't.
Right? Yeah.
They were supposed to, but yeah, Melo needs a guide member. He needs a leader on that team. He needs somebody who can just help him, guide him, help shape him up. On top of that, he needs some more big because on top of it, you lost PJ Washington, who was your other
Mm-hmm.
big. You lost him, so you have no other bigs but yourself.
Right.
And you are a tall 6'7" point guard who can see over defenders, see where his teammates are, and locate that ball right into their hands into a bucket. Like
Right.
this man is
Right.
a walk-in triple-double bucket. He can have triple doubles every single night.
Right.
But
Right.
he just needs some bigs, and he needs a veteran. And
Right.
on top of that, Melo needs to just stay healthy too.
Right.
You
Then
guys,
they gonna send Kate. They gonna send KD. You heard it from me first. KD going to the Knicks.
K to the Knicks. Ooh.
KD to the Knicks.
Ooh.
Randall gonna be healthy. They gonna have Jalen Brunson
I got a
and
question
KD.
though. I got a question. If KD goes to the Knicks, who are they giving up though? Because they got to give up somebody.
A draft pick,
None.
a draft pick, and one of them boys off the bench, and a draft pick. Because KD right now is watered down. His value has dropped.
His value did drop. I'm gonna be honest. His value did drop. If you guys didn't know that, KD's value did drop. I don't know how. I don't know how much. But you know, I did hear his value did get dropped. I will look into that. But I heard about it, but I just never really like looked into it as much. But
Yeah, KD value drop. I mean, KD is still KD, but at the end of the day, KD thing is like the stigmatism on KD is he can't play with nobody and win nothing.
right.
When he left Golden State, super team, and they try to make other super teams, the oddball person that you have to put, you can put the blame on Kyrie, you can do all that, but at the end of the day, if you follow KD, where was he more effective than when he was with? He should have never left OKC to begin with.
He should have
said there. Let's talk about that. And then he went to Spurs. I mean, to Golden State to get a chip, which he would do. And then after that, his values was the highest at Brooklyn. You bring in Kyrie, you know what I mean? You have the super three there, trash. They didn't even pan out to make it to the finals. Then he goes to Phoenix, and you say, okay, it's him and the Phoenix. What's the other boy? The lights out for Phoenix. They got a couple core players of Phoenix, and then now you have to take a strong look at KD as a liability in some cases now because he can't. You're bringing him in to put you over the hump, and he's still just giving you like when he went to Phoenix. Phoenix did the same shit without him.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did, and
they got all the way to the game. What is it, 1 or 2 games? Either they made it to the game, the round before the finals, or somewhere around there, and they did the same shit with KD. Same with Brooklyn.
But I think what it is, I feel like Phoenix is missing a piece. They're definitely missing a piece. I feel like Phoenix is missing a piece. I would trade Bradley Beal, get rid of him because he's not really a good fit with Phoenix. I'm sorry to all the Phoenix fans and to all the fans out there that love Bradley Beal, but at the end of the day, what did he really do?
Now, let me ask you this. Here's a trade for you, Aramis. I would take Spurs. Give me Beal and the big man. What's the big boy name? Tombo. What's the black big from Phoenix?
You talking about Bobo?
Yeah, I take him. I take him and Beal. Put them with Wemby and let's go. Let's go.
If you put Bobo with Wemby, that's the 2 best bigs.
Yeah, I take Bobo and I take Beal because Bradley Beal still gonna give me 15 a night.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so look.
And listen, Aramis, they got cap money. They ain't spent no money yet.
The Spurs always had the best cap money.
Spurs
always had the best cap money. I don't think anybody has realized this. Spurs has always had the best kind of money and has offered and traded for the best players and still have money left over. They have been more careful than any other NBA team in the league that has bought expensive players. Spurs don't. Spurs are not really capable of buying expensive players because they know that once they get these players, they're going to keep them, help train them to get better, and still keep them because they know how much value these players are. Like Wemby, Popovich is never going to trade that man because you know why?
No, he's the franchise.
He is their franchise center.
He's the franchise.
You know why? The one thing that Pop is going to do, he's going to build around him. That's why you said the sleeper is Spurs. Yes, I agree with that because you know why? They're going to find some pieces around Wemby
Yeah.
Get him some bigs, and he good.
All
Have
they
him
need
be
is
a winner.
they need about
Yeah,
2 more pieces, and it's off to the races.
exactly. Get you a score. Get you another small big. Because you know why? He's 7'4". Get Bobo. You know why? He's 7 foot tall. Get Bradley Bill. 6'4".
And Amos, you know what you just said? Listen what you just said. Case in point, if you get Bobo, another 7-footer, this is what the Spurs been doing all the while, way back when they had the Admiral and Tim Duncan. They was the first ones to come out with 2 bigs. Back with David Robinson, and then you brought in Tim Duncan. Right? That's back with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing that the Spurs can't handle because their organization is primed for that, and that's how they've been able to slide out as one of the most consistent team organizations from an organization point for years when they slid in their 6 championships. They didn't win every year, but they ran every other year or every 2 years. That's consistency.
Right. And I think that's very true because Spurs has always had a very good talent of drafting decent players like you said, when they drafted Tony Parker, when they drafted Tim Duncan, and then also drafting Kawhi Leonard, a really good small forward, by the way, and drafting these good players. Like,
I forgot about Kawhi. Kawhi got it started in the Spurs too. I mean,
the Spurs too. Like okay, so like the Spurs never really had too much like too many bigs. Because you know why? They only stick with one big, keep that big, and work around it.
Mm-hmm. But they have had success with 2 bigs before. Like I said, I go back to Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
But I think the Spurs is really good with changing up their roles with the team. So
exactly. And listen, Aaron, what you say, the changing up the roles with the team goes to who's responsible for that? Coaching. Popovich is one of the best coaches that ever coached the game.
Right. He's literally ranked number 1 for best coach of the year of history.
Oh yeah, I mean, you talk about him, he's comparable to, like, in the same conversation, like Phil Jackson. These type of players, Red Auerbach. There's some coaches that's been around that what I mean that he compared to them, and which is one of the top best in the business. Pat Riley. You start talking about the top echelon of coaches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely look for that, but I will look for you. Like I said, I'm gonna look for Houston. I'm gonna pay attention to Houston because I didn't think about Houston on my radar, but I definitely know the Spurs was one. But that selection, I would give them about a B plus. Yeah, I would give them a B plus.
I'm gonna say B plus for the Houston, and and for the Spurs, I'm gonna say about like a grade A, just because I feel like Spurs
they got more upside.
Yeah, because I feel like Spurs are definitely going to find a good piece to fit well with Wemby, and it's going to turn out great. So I'm going to give Spurs a grade A, and Houston, I'm going to give that around a B plus because I know Houston is going to draft somebody or trade for somebody. I definitely think they definitely are.
I think the most, KD is out there. I personally got KD going to the Knicks, which will help the Knicks big time. And then the other sleeper piece is if LeBron leaves, if he's chasing the whole Bronny thing, I want to play with my son because it ain't about money to him. He don't really give a fuck about no money. He's paid.
I mean, he's the richest dude. That boy's the richest.
It's not about bread. Yeah, it's not about bread for him. It's just about what you want to do. And I think that I'm not mad at LeBron if he go because LeBron only got about 2 more seasons anyway.
Yeah.
And remember, I told you we're still waiting for the allegations to come out for the juicing. Told you
Yeah.
that last time. I
Nah,
told
not the juice, not
the
the monkey
juice.
juice,
I'm
bro.
telling you, it's gonna
Bro
come
said,
out.
yo, get off this live and go watch the other video because we just talked about the juice or whatever, bro.
Yes.
What was it? Monkey juice?
No, it's just the steroids.
Oh
Steroids.
yeah,
Remember?
yes.
They call it juicing. They call it, and in the sports athlete sport they call it juicing, but it's really the steroids. Cause
Yeah.
just think about it. How the fuck is LeBron 39 and you still averaging 29 and 10? Come on, bruh. You're
Yeah,
40.
it's weird because
You're 40, bruh, and you're still a physical specimen all of your career. No, you're juicing. No.
yeah, because okay, I definitely want to go back to
No
Carmelo.
disrespect to LeBron fans out there because I like LeBron, but
Yeah,
I'm just telling you the mathematics to me, and I'm not putting bad on them for the fans. This for our audience. I'm just saying that I believe that for a man to keep that high a level, skill wise is one thing, but physically, that's amazing. And if he's the 1% in the world, I would have to say what assistance has he's been getting. And just think about this, Aramis. Even Kobe had got tore his Achilles tendon when LeBron had an injury. This sat him out for a season. He's played 19, whatever, looked the thing up, not even missed a season for no injury, bro.
he hasn't. This
Kobe
man,
even missed it. Kobe even missed a year.
I'm starting to think LeBron
Just think about that. Like you
I'm
playing at
starting to
the
think he's using
highest level.
steroids.
Yeah, you got to be.
I'm
And if
starting
it's not
to
on,
say,
if it's and
yo,
now let me tell you this, and this is for our audience, and this is pay attention. Now, everybody, pay attention. Here's what you got to understand:
okay.
the league, when you take certain drugs and additives and that thing for your training regimen, the league has to say, hey, we tested this and we deemed this one to be illegal to use. Even the shit with Steph Curry, because they tried to say Steph Curry was using something and he was saying he was just using a muscle builder and all these things. So now you got to understand this puts it to the medical community that the NBA runs. So now you can use a new, like every day they create new kind of supplements and drugs come out every day. So now it's all about the NBA have to say, hey, once they test you, because they test everybody, but they only test for the ones that they say, hey, this is the ones that we're going to deem to be illegal.
Right. I think, and this
You
is very,
understand what I'm saying? So if the NBA knows what LeBron is taking, they could be in cahoots too and say, hey, we're going to say that that's okay until we decide that it's not okay. And then once you become where they say we're not going to allow you to use this drug or this drug, now they would say it's illegal to use these drugs. And now it becomes they say this is a legal thing you use for supplement or substances. So LeBron has so much money and he's been the face of the franchise. And here we go with the conspiracy shit. Why wouldn't you have the best doctors in the fucking world to support you because you're the face of the league?
right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. And to be honest, just by hearing this, like I didn't see Dwayne Wade using that. I didn't see Carmelo using that. I didn't see half these players that retired before LeBron, none of them has used drugs. And
they had a shorter career.
Right. Because you know why? It's because of these injuries.
Thank you. He don't have no injuries.
It's because of the injuries, bro. It's dumb injuries. Bro, it's literally the injuries, and like D Wade has had more injuries than LeBron. Carmelo has had more injuries than LeBron. What about Derrick Rose? Derrick Rose sprained his ankle, and no. I don't think it was the ankle, but he messed up his knee and he was out for the whole season.
agree.
What about
The most I heard LeBron in his career, and I don't know, I might be wrong, but the most I heard was he twisted his ankle.
he has in Miami?
That's it.
In
Are you
Miami.
giving me for 20 years as a twisted ankle? Come on, bro.
No, but I see. The thing is, like LeBron would hurt himself so bad at a point where he'll be out for at least half the season and then come back
and win a chip.
And win a chip, exactly. Why do you think every time in Miami he twists his ankle? But look, guess what? He's playing on his twisted ankle. He's playing on it.
Right. Hold on, Amos, 1 second. Oh, keep talking with me 1 second. Keep talking.
How are you playing on a bad ankle, bro? Like, I have sat here and watched all these players get hurt. Derrick Rose. We all saw that one injury he had where it was extremely painful and it ruined him so much at a point where they had to trade him. Once he got traded to the Knicks,
right,
it wasn't the same for him. Same thing with Paul George.
Right.
In Team USA in the Olympics, his ankle twisted up. Same thing with him. Another one, Gordon Hayward. When they faced LeBron in 2018, Boston versus Cavs, his ankle got messed up. He was out for the whole season. You got you got other players.
Sorry.
Oh wait, did he get out again? Oh wait, hold on. Let me try to get him back in here. Hold on, guys. We are a little over time right now. I did not expect this to go over. Hold on, guys. Let me try to get him back in here. I don't know where he went. But I'm gonna finish it off right here. We'll pick. Oh wait, yeah, here it is.
Sorry about that.
Now you good. So I wanna finish this episode off with a conversation about the draft and the Team USA. So the draft. I want to tell you something about the draft. So the draft is going to be splitting.
I'm gonna call you right back in 2 minutes.
The draft is going to be splitting it up between 2 buildings. So you got one building doing a draft and another one doing a draft. So they're splitting them 2 apart. So you got one on June 27 and one on June 26.
They doing the different rounds. One day, one round, on another day, the second round or whatever. That's how they doing it.
I guess that's how they're doing it because they explained this towards the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Before the season even started, they explained it how each set of the draft picks are going to be separated in one building and to another building, and then they're going to do it that way because you're having a lot of college players coming into the league, and it's having them be sit in one building is crowded. So I guess what they want to do is that they want to create more space.
Right. It ain't so much with space, Amos. Too, you got to remember it goes back to money because that makes sense. You have the first round one day in one city, and then you have the second round in another city and another round. It's all about money. Which makes sense though, because why let one city get all the money when I could divide it up into 2 cities and you get everybody involved, get the fans. It's really about the fans.
Right. I don't mind him doing that. I think that's really like I had like because if you watch my early video that I made about that I made that this is a good way to do that because you're having one building, doing a draft, and you're having another building that's doing another draft,
Right.
and then yeah, that's really good. So
Now,
I would
I
say
think Amos, that's a great fan experience where you can reach out and you can get a lot of the fans involved because even if you look like the NFL draft when they have it in New York City and all of that, you have it 2 3 days, but that's only one city and one fan base that gets to see it. Unless except for the people who made the trip, which is a few people compared to the whole country.
right, and the thing is too is that these buildings are going to be in different locations.
Yeah, different cities.
Right, different
Yeah,
locations, and
yeah,
that's actually really good that they're doing that.
yeah. Kudos to the NBA for that one. Kudos to that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
kudos to that.
all right, so we got one more thing. Talk about the upcoming season for the 2024 Paris Olympics of the Team USA. You got Curry, LeBron, Joel, Kawhi,
Mm-hmm.
KD.
Mm-hmm.
You got some really good NBA players. Like you got.
What did they have a college player mixed in that, or they don't do that no more?
Nah, I don't think they do that anymore.
Because remember the first Dream Team, you had Christian Laettner came in. There was one college player.
Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
I remember that. But I think this year that they're stacking up on veterans playing like superstars like Curry, LeBron, Jason
Mhm.
Tatum is on there again. Jalen Brunson is there.
Mhm. Oh, they got some dogs. They got some dogs. Do you see them losing the game?
Nah, no.
So let's go on record. Let's go on record. You got Team USA sweeping the table, 0 losses.
Well, hold on now because I wouldn't say sweeping them because I know because first of all you got Wemby in there too with Matt teaming up with
You're going to
Gobert.
France. You're going to France.
Right. So you got that team. And on top of that, you got the Bahamas with Klay Thompson, DeAndre
Mhm.
Ayton, and like you got some players from the NBA joining these country teams and playing the Olympics. Don't get me wrong. Team USA won't win the gold medal, but there will be some games where they may lose or may win. I won't say it will be a swept because if I say swept, then people can be like, "Oh, Aramis, what happened? You said it's gonna be a swept," but they so I'm like, "Hold on, y'all. I want to say it's a swept." So don't go in the comments and be like, "Oh, so what happened?"
I think they'll win the gold. I think they'll win the gold. But
Yeah, I think they will
I
because
definitely. My thing is, okay, so you got all of those players. Where's the defense? Everybody you just said is offensive minded.
Davis, Joel, Kawhi, Drew
Kawhi can play some
Holiday,
D. No way, Kawhi can play a little D. Who else? Because
Drew
everybody else
Holiday,
you named there, they don't go hard on defense.
Drew Holiday.
KD don't play any
He
defense.
don't. That's the thing.
Joel Embiid, he might stand there for a minute, but then he gonna want to fade out to the 3.
But the thing is, they're starting Joel over Davis.
Anthony Davis, I would too.
I would.
He's a bigger size. He's more physical structure.
Right. But
Yeah.
but my
And then
thing
you gotta
is
remember Anthony
that
Davis is soft. Like he ain't no banger.
yeah, he not. And on top of that, when you face
He a
certain teams,
flasher. He athletic. He can move around. And I'm not saying that he's trash. Not at all. He's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. I'm just saying that if you get some real physical players, I'd rather have Embiid in there, and then you can mix and match in like that. Just because Embiid is a bigger dude physically.
right? But my thing is that they're still trying to look to see who can replace Kawhi. If Kawhi doesn't participate in the in the Olympics in 2024. So if he steps down, they're looking to see Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving. Oh, and on top of that, Dame's going to be on there too. Damian Lillard is on the bench behind Curry.
Okay.
Dame is on there. Draymond, he was supposed to be on there, but ever since his little issue in NBA, he is disqualified from the Olympics, so he will not be playing in the Olympics.
Because that's stay home, Draymond. Appreciate you.
I don't see them like I don't see him having a decent.
What about Rudy Gobert?
He's playing in France.
Oh, he's playing in France. That's right. I forgot about Gobert.
But the thing is, they were supposed to get Wemby on the USA, but
but Wemby's playing for France. We already know they're playing for France.
Yeah, so he's playing for France with Rudy. But as far as defense, you look at those teams, and
you're a defensive guy. You're a defensive guy. Where's the defense at? Where's Drew Holiday? Where are we doing here?
He's not starting. That's the issue.
I don't think Drew Holiday's on the team. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to think like if you had to pick if you had to pick out of them dudes, if you got the roster, so for you give me 3 solid dudes, and I'll give you Embiid as 1. Tatum can play a little defense. I'll give you Tatum. Give me 2 more.
Give you 2 more. I'm gonna have to say
Tatum plays some D2, so I'll go with Tatum. Tatum and B, give me a little D. Who else off that list for that team that you'd say tell me is a first team defensive or second team defensive? Remember, you have offensive team that the NBA select and a defensive team. So let's look at that. Who is the NBA first team defensive? Who is NBA first team defensive, and who's NBA second team? And out of them, who is on that roster there?
Because I got the list right here. Let me pull it up.
Yes. Let's look at it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. All right. Drew Holiday. He was a all defensive second team. So I'm like I said, Drew Holiday.
Is he on the team?
He's definitely on that team. I think. Yeah.
No, he's on the Olympic team.
I think he is.
The Olympic team is out. Compare the 2 notes and see who on that Olympic team is on that defensive team. Because and I'm not saying they're not on it. I just want to see who made it off the U.S. team that's selected right now that actually made the first NBA team defense or second team defense.
Hold on.
And that's going to tell us a whole lot.
Okay, so I got the roster. Let me see if I can pull it up for you real quick.
Yeah, because that's how you really can compare it, right? Because if the NBA going to put the top players on the first team and second team, so out of those 2 lists.
Oh, he is on the roster. Drew Holiday.
Okay, so that's one.
All right, so look, guys. I got the official roster right here for y'all. I got it.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready? So, you got Anthony Davis and LeBron. Right, you got Devin Booker, KD, Curry, Joel Embiid, Tatum, Drew Holiday, Anthony Edwards, another good defensive shooting guard.
Yeah, okay, Anthony can play D. Okay, so that's 4 players right there.
Right, and then you got
Tyrese. I forgot about Anthony.
Bam Adebayo, another one.
Bam Adebayo's on the USA team this year.
Yes. And another thing, he's on all defensive team, first team.
There we go. So that's good then. See, that's what I was trying to figure because the NBA has a defensive team, and I wanted to see whoever did the selection, did they do a good job with mixing it up?
Right, and the crazy thing is that this team is not done yet because they're going to be looking for another player.
Right. So my thing is go back to that defensive list. Who's not on the team, and let's close out with this because I gotta run, but I definitely enjoyed the moment. But I want you, Aramis, to close it out with this conversation. Who off that defensive first team or second team that's not currently on, who you would add? Because that's what I think they should add. They don't need no more offense. Who on that defensive first team or second team that's not on the current list for the USA team that you personally think should get that nod?
All right, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, so first team. Okay, so first team you got Bam Davis, Rudy Gobert, Herbert Jones.
Okay, so is Herbert Jones on there? Because we want to definitely take somebody off the first team who's not currently on the list, in my opinion.
No, he's not on. He's not on the list for Team USA. But if you go to the second, you got Jaden McDaniels, Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs, and Derek White. That's for all the.
Is Jaylen Brown on the team?
No, he got robbed. He got robbed because you know why?
So you know what? That's my guy. My pick would be Brown. You tell me who you pick. I would pick Brown and put on the team.
I'm gonna say Caruso.
Caruso? Who he play for?
Huh?
Who does Caruso play for?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. So I didn't watch a lot of Chicago. Okay, he a big or he a guard? What's his position he play?
He a guard, but his defense is
okay.
Defense is
so
solid.
you would take Caruso over Brown?
No, but I would take Caruso over. So look.
Listen to this, Amos. How did Drew Holiday make it and Brown didn't? What?
I would have taken Jalen Suggs off of there and replaced Jaylen Brown with him because
Jaylen Brown gets $350 million. He could have got MVP this series if it wasn't for that last game. He was supposed to be the MVP.
Actually, you know what's crazy? He did get Finals MVP though.
Who?
Jaylen Brown.
I thought Tatum got it.
No, Jaylen Brown got Finals MVP.
Oh, okay, then that's right. Because I thought Tatum got that.
No, so I mean, JT was supposed to get it because he averaged more than Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown was favored in getting that Finals MVP, and he was.
So he played defense, and Jaylen, and he was tit for tat with Tatum the whole time until that last game, or pretty even with him.
Right. All right. Well, it is 7:50. I'm gonna end it off. Someone put the music on. End it off right here. All right. Thank you guys for tuning to this spectacular show. Hope you guys stay tuned to next Saturday. We will be having another co-host on here. It will be my uncle and my cousin.
Ramir gonna join us.
Yep, my cousin Ramir will be joining us next Saturday. Hope you guys stay tuned to that. But this is the Bachelor for Knowledge. I am your co-host Aramis.
I'm Ray. Let's get it. Thanks for coming out.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right, Aramis. We'll talk. Hey, make sure they tune in Saturday. It's gonna be a big one.
Yep, Saturday, 6:15, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good one. All right, Aramis.
All right.